Hey guys, just wanted to do my reaction video to The Gifted, Season 1, Episode 8, Threat of Extinction, in which, based on the last episode, Reed is going to seek out his father for more information on Trask Industries and his research because he worked at Trask Industries for so many years and figure out how he's connected to Sentinel Services and what their plans are with the Hounds. Other mutants that are on the run.
Not him. Her.
Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name? Hey.
Everybody, get down!
Damn.
Can you give me a buffer?
Go!
He's not as fast as Quicksilver.
I mean, at the church.
Mama, Dee, and I were making dinner.
Mama D. Noah, were you at the foster home on Burn Hill Road?
Yes.
What can they do? Lauren makes shields.
Shields? What do you mean, shields?
She says it's like pushing the air together.
And the other one, the boy, Andy.
He kind of tears things apart.
God, no.
Dad, what is it?
I failed. It came back.
Now!
I gotta go!
Mr. Andrea did unspeakable things. They were terrorists. They were also mutants.
This was all them?
All of it. And more.
What could they do?
Apart, they had the same abilities as your children. Together, though, they were known as Fenris. The woke. Your children's mutations were inherited. I am a mutant.
It's not possible.
Please, just let me finish. They tried to raise me to be like them, but I ran away.
That's you?
I hid my powers from everyone, even your mother. You have to understand our family's abilities set us apart, even from other mutants. It was too much. I had to stop it.
How could you possibly stop it?
That was what brought me to Trask. A research project to eliminate the X gene. I never found what they wanted, a serum that worked on all mutants. But I made a version that worked on one mutant and gave it to you.
When I was sick, was that?
It had to be done before any powers manifested. I told you, our family is different. I'm sorry, Reed, for everything. Tell your mother, will you? Take care of Lauren and Andy. Protect them, son. Protect the world from them.
I told you to lock this down! What's happening? I don't know it. Shut him down! Shoot him! Go! Get out! You got it?
Need. And pain. God, it's awful. You don't have to talk, just think.
Get on the ground, Chloe!
Don't take my baby!
Okay, what's happening?
Are you getting something? She wants you to know they killed her husband. They took her daughter. Who did this to you? Where are they? She gave me a vision of, I can see it.
Like weapons. Win this war.
It's a building, some kind of lab, north of here.
Well, can you find it?
I think so. Listen to me, Chloe. We will find the people who did this to you and make sure it never.
Those don't look so good. Look, I'm sorry about what I said earlier, okay? I need a favor. You're the only one that can help.
What is it?
There's a new kid that came in, a refugee. She had the same foster parents as me. When I got sick and my portals went crazy, I kept trying to portal back there, and that's how they found them. She watched them die, and now she can't stop dreaming about it. It's all my fault. I can't take those memories away from her, but you can.
So yeah, this was an interesting twist to. Well, here's the thing I gotta note, and what I like about Matt Nix and what he's doing with this series is that he wasn't just a fan of the movies; he was clearly a fan of the comic books. Because I think people's biggest complaints, I think at least one possible complaint about it, and a complaint that I had, is that the movies focus so much on the theme of, prejudice is wrong, we need to live together in peace, which is not. And, the X-Men was more than just about that. Also focused about how much they were a dysfunctional family, and struggled to, they had their own constant schisms, and the group struggled to get along, and they would kind of fight among themselves, and they feel like it was captured and pointed out by Caitlin when he tells Eclipse and Polaris they need to stop fighting. We're trying to fight for a world where everybody live together. It's got to start with getting along in the mutant underground. And it was interesting the dynamic they had, Eclipse and Polaris, where now she's having second thoughts about bringing a baby in this. I guess having a kid and raising it in a war, which I guess was prompted by, I think it's just Eclipse getting mixed up with the cartel again, more worried about the repercussions of him doing that, and a little more than the actual, war between man and mutants itself, because that's the first time she's brought that up, and now it's like she can't trust her baby daddy. It's like, and rely on him. Then it's like, what she's gonna, how they're gonna raise a family, and now I guess she feels like it's some loss of hope or control. And even the fact when she even gets pissed off about Eclipse telling her not to torture Chloe, the hound the mutant that was brainwashed into becoming a hound, the super speed, and also the fact Eclipse I'm sorry, not Eclipse, Blink and Dreamer were on bad terms, but then of course she found out that one of the other refugees they took in from the church, of course, was at the foster home where both their foster parents were killed, and now it's just like, okay, now they're coming to some kind of middle ground, at least where Dreamer's powers can actually be helpful instead of bringing planting false, painful memories. So yeah, it kind of has the whole soap opera inner conflict feel to it. And there's also the revelation of Reed's father turning out to be a mutant and who's actually ashamed of his powers Reed's grandfather and great aunt being mutant terrorists, and how Reed's dad tried to run away from them and try to suppress his powers because he felt like they were too dangerous even among mutants. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, because like they tried something like this back in X-Men The Last Stand, where they try to create a serum to suppress the mutant gene, to get rid of the X gene, or at least suppress it. It makes you wonder but the cure didn't stick, as you found out with Magneto in later movies, what kind of effect it's gonna have on, is Reed gonna become a mutant now? Is he gonna have powers that manifest or something like similar to his dad, or is it just mean that keeping the X gene suppressed for that long, through multiple generations, meant that, or the fact that it skipped a generation meant that it's only gonna, maybe because the gene was like a repressed gene passed on, that it'll just make the Lauren and Annie that much more powerful, possibly. Just throwing it out there. And also it was like a nice revelation that at least he got some kind of like closure with his dad when he realized that, the reason why he was so distant from him was because of the fact that how the serum almost killed him, and it basically just broke up their family, and it was just kind of cool that, and also the fact that, a lot of inner conflict. I mean, I guess it's not such a bad thing. I guess we'll see more of it throughout the series, but I guess some people will probably feel like, oh, some of the inner conflict was resolved too quickly, like between Blink and Dreamer, and basically Eclipse and Polaris, about now how it seems like now they're willing to like mend the fences because of, or at least going to be more motivated to, protect their child, knowing what happened with Chloe, the former Hound, or just more concerned. But it realizes it brings a sort of weight, and you can tell there's a certain weight and gravity to at least among the underground, of like how serious the situation is about to get. The thing that was a little confusing, I just felt like it kind of made the whole serum feel like a plot device, is that, or at least like the kick, which is what the Hounds are addicted to, is that at one point it kind of has this like brainwashing effect, kind of like the serum that William Stryker was using in X2 X-Men United. And then another thing is it acts like some drug where it's like they inject him. Chloe was injected with it and just forced, and they basically killed her husband and kidnapped her, took her baby in order to coerce her into doing that, and then further had her rely on the drug and just like condition them instead of just like straight up some instant brainwashing effects. So I was a little confused about that, but overall it was another solid episode. There are probably like 5 more episodes. What is this, like 5 more episodes left in the season now? So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. And it's going to go on hiatus next week because of Thanksgiving, but at least I'll give you more time to commit to doing reaction videos for the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. And I think also, focus mostly on that. But anyway, guys, what do you think of the episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.